Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome biggity back, y'all. Hey, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi. My name is Kelsi, and I'm here for you guys every Sunday and Wednesday and every day of the month to talk about my VSG journey and other things. It's my hope that through these videos you're able to find the answers to questions you've been looking for, or the path to choosing surgical weight loss is made that much easier. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful month so far. I know you guys have seen this bright, smiling, shining face enough, and I'm sure you guys are like, okay, Kelsi, this is enough. I'm kind of like the gift that keeps on giving. I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in this month. I know it hasn't all been VSG content, so I am really appreciative of you guys being here with me, you guys chilling, hanging out, commenting, interacting. I love you guys so much. I am going to start a new thing on my video starting in November. I am going to find highlight a comment of the video, which will be displayed on the video as maybe at the end or the beginning. I'm not really necessarily sure. So if you want to be featured in one of my videos or given a shout out, leave a comment. You never know, you'll be the one to be picked. All right, so this is probably one of my most requested videos to do. You guys want to know, gotta know, no question about it, have to know about slider foods. I had no idea of what slider foods were before I had my surgery. I just thought they were foods we weren't supposed to be eating. I didn't know that they actually had a name and a classification of things that we're not supposed to be eating. And it makes sense. Slide, slippery, you do too much, you're gonna fall. It makes perfect sense. So let's get into what slider foods are. If you've had bariatric surgery, then you need to know all about what slider foods are. I'll have to admit, when I was talking to my dietitian and getting ready for my surgery, I actually asked my surgeon, what is a slider food? And I also talked to my dietitian about it as well, because I genuinely had no idea. Not knowing about slider foods can be a huge hurdle for anyone who is going through the weight loss journey. Not knowing kind of puts you in the dark, and you're left to just, fend for yourself. And if you don't know, you don't know, and then it's gonna happen and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, why didn't somebody tell me? This is important to know whether you're having a lap band, gastric sleeve, or gastric bypass, any weight loss surgery, because this it applies to all weight loss surgeries, not just one. All weight loss surgeries are not created equal, but trust me, slider foods are. Slider foods, put simply, are processed foods that have simple carbohydrates. They offer no nutritional value, they take up space in your pouch, and they can also cause you to stall or gain weight. Examples of slider foods are biscuits, chips, or any type of cracker. This includes saltines, graham crackers, oyster crackers, peanut butter crackers, goldfish crackers, Ritz crackers, rice cakes, things of that nature. Tortilla chips and salsa, as healthy as that may seem, it is a slider food. Potato chips, cookies, cakes, candies, sweets, ice cream, lollipops, basically anything that you would enjoy, anything that's delicious, anything that you used to eat in your past life before your surgery, these are the things that can cause major setbacks for you in your weight loss journey. In essence, slider foods are foods that can easily slide through our little pouch. They don't put up any fight. They just get on down in there, and you're like, oh, and before you know it, you've eaten a whole bag of popcorn, and you're like, wait a minute. Are you serious? But if you go to eat a chicken breast, you can eat 2.5 bites and you're about to die. Yeah, that's how they get you. It's a slider food. It's a quick, on-the-go, easy thing to eat, especially if you're in a hurry. I can't tell you the amount of times that I have been in a store and I've been like, you know what, let me just grab a little 25-cent bag of chips because I'm hungry and I need something to eat. Big no-no. Because I'm eating that, I don't get full, but yet I'm putting empty calories and carbohydrates in my body. So let's understand why slider foods are bad to begin with. As stated before, slider foods easily slide in and slide on out with no problem. And unfortunately, following Weight loss surgery, our digestion changes. We are not the same people that we were prior to surgery, and this can cause dumping, this can cause extra constipation, this can cause nutritional issues, if you're eating or basing a lot of your food groups around slider foods, it can cause malnutrition. It really can cause a lot of problems for you guys. When we eat the right foods, fruits, vegetables, whole foods, things that are good for our bodies, we immediately feel that restriction and that tightness from our pouch. Our pouch is doing exactly what it's designed to do. When a slider food is eaten, however, it goes through the mouth, through the stomach, and straight into the jejunum, which will cause a huge amount of carbohydrates to enter the system, and it can stall or cause weight gain. We don't want that over the long run. And unfortunately, a lot of bariatric patients fall into the slider hype. They eat a lot of slider foods. They don't pay attention to the damage that they are doing. You're falling back into those bad habits. You're falling back into those things that cause you to gain weight in the beginning. You're like, oh, one bag of chips won't hurt. Or I'm like, oh, a few Chester's hot fries won't hurt. And I'm eating all of those extra carbohydrates, unnecessary carbohydrates. I cannot talk in this video, y'all. I feel like I am struggling to speak. Really, it can wreak havoc on your weight loss. And I'm having to learn that the hard way. I think that I've caused my body to stall a couple of times because I've been so irresponsible. I've eaten cookies, I've eaten Chester's hot fries. I've just been so irresponsible with my choices. And my body, my weight loss is singing, like physically seeing on the scale a reaction to me eating slider foods. If you're eating carbohydrates unknowingly, it can cause you to stall, it can cause a regain, and you not even know exactly what you're doing. It can be frustrating, and you can think that your weight loss surgery has failed, but it hasn't failed. It's just a direct reaction of you eating slider foods. You could be eating, crackers or things that are marketed as healthy, but they're not healthy, especially for weight loss patients, because they cause all of those carbohydrates to be absorbed into your system, and it's just plateauing you. It's just flatlining you. It's causing you to have a seat, and you don't even realize it. Another thing that typically happens, slider foods tend to be salty, hot, spicy, overly sweet, and they encourage drinking while eating, which is #1 rule in the rule book of weight loss surgery patients. You cannot eat while you're drinking. I know this from personal experience. Chester's hot fries, I put my hand up like I just have to keep talking about this because I need to go to Chester's Hot Fries Anonymous because I am absolutely addicted. And I've had to break that addiction because I was eating a 25-cent bag every day, like clockwork, because I almost said cockwork. Like clockwork, and I had to break myself from that because I was becoming dependent upon them, because my body, my food addict self was like, you need those, you gotta have them. I was craving them, something that I was not craving 6 months ago. Oh baby, I'm in there like a crack addict trying to get to them because I had allowed myself to start eating them again. So let's talk about dumping syndrome when you are eating slider foods. Dumping syndrome is very uncomfortable. A lot of times it's more active or more likely to happen with gastric bypass patients, but it can happen with gastric sleeve patients and lap band patients. I have been lucky enough that I've only experienced dumping, I believe, one time, and I ate 4 pieces of a Kit Kat, and I promise y'all, I felt like the world itself was ending. And since then, I haven't done it again. It's uncomfortable, it's horrible. If you're not familiar with what dumping entails, dumping syndrome can give you the following symptoms, just in case you don't know what those are. A feeling of fullness, even if you've only eaten 1 or 2 bites, abdominal cramps or cramping, nausea, vomiting, severe sweating, severe diarrhea, rapid heartbeat, heartburn, and the immediate need to sleep. So just in case you don't know what's going on, if you're experiencing any of those things, stop eating whatever it is that's making you feel like that immediately after. Earlier in my weight loss journey, I would eat something, and I'm gonna tell you guys what that was. And shortly thereafter, I would be like I've got to go to bed. And it was low carb tortillas. I was trying to make a quesadilla, and I would eat half a quesadilla. I am telling y'all, it was like immediate. And I was like, hello, Lord. Like really, I thought that, I was like, I've got to go to bed right now. It was one of those sleeps that you get like after Thanksgiving dinner. You're just full to the brim and you just want to go to sleep. And I couldn't figure it out. And once I stopped eating those, you know, the low carb tortillas, even though they're marketed as low carb, 6 net carbs per tortilla, you know, and this may not be the same with everybody, but at least for me, I was like, I gotta stop eating these. But yeah, anyways, if you notice that you're getting any of those symptoms with things that you're eating, just don't eat them. Try to find alternatives. For me, I use lettuce. You guys saw that in my shrimp video. I tend to use lettuce for like tortillas type of meals, tacos, shrimp tacos, hamburgers, things like that. That's just what I use. It works out for me. So this brings me to the end of my video. So I think it's important to understand the dangers of cheating with slider foods. No matter what bariatric surgery you've had, if you continue to eat slider foods, you are destined to fail. You are destined to regain your weight. You are destined to put yourself back in the position that you were in before you had your weight loss surgery. This will affect your restriction. This will affect your weight loss, causing you to gain. You will plateau and you will be right back where you were before. This is my plea to you from someone who has cheated and dabbled and kind of tried to march around slider foods. Don't do it. If you're doing it, stop it, please. Respect yourself and your body and your journey and what you are trying to accomplish enough that you don't eat those types of things. You don't need those types of things. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to not eat something that you can eat now, or you've been wanting potato chips for months and you know, you're like, I gotta get me a potato chip. I want a potato chip so bad. But it's kind of like Pandora's box. Once you open that and you start eating those things, you begin to crave those things. You begin to like want those things. You begin to have those things. And I don't want that for you. Me, I'm a binge eater. I'm a food addict. I'm an overeater. And those things affect me daily. And I have to fight that every day. I'm not going to say that every day is perfect. And I'm not going to say that I don't ever eat a slider food, because then I would be lying. Like, I ate candy today. Now, you know, that's a whole other story for a whole different day. But each day we are given another chance to get up and try again and to be better. And I think that's what I've learned on this journey, is that no day is ever going to be the same. No day is ever going to be perfect. No day is ever going to be easy. Nothing about this weight loss surgery is easy. Nothing about this weight loss surgery is easy. Some of it can be fun. It's terrifying, because I don't want to be the person that I was 100 pounds ago. I don't want that. And so on those days of high stress and, you know, depression and whatever mental anguish you are going through, you have to know that your body, your health is more important than a bag of chips, candy, a piece of cake. You have to know that your health is important and you mean something. If you find yourself eating slider foods or making an exception to eat slider foods more often than not, go back to the basics. Never forget, always eat your protein first. Always eat your protein first. If you have a plate and you have a piece of salmon and some vegetables, eat that salmon first, then eat your vegetables. You have to make sure that you are feeding your body and not feeding it slider foods. Eating protein and high amounts of protein is crucial to your weight loss, whether it's lean meat, lentils, beans, dairy. Focusing on the right foods will help to keep you on track after your weight loss surgery. Stay clear of the slider foods as much as possible. It doesn't hurt to indulge yourself. It doesn't hurt to give yourself a little grace and to try something every now and then, but don't make it a habit. Okay? I love you guys, and I don't want you guys to experience the guilt and the shame that I've experienced, that I'm still experiencing to this day. I love you guys. I hope this is the video that you guys were waiting on. I am going to get out of here. I feel like I've talked all of the moisture out of my mouth. I love you guys, and I will check you later. If you haven't, please make sure to join my Facebook group, One Bite at a Time. We would love to have you over there. It's a safe place to talk about hard things. Also, if you haven't, please make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button, become a member of my family. I would love to have you here. Bye.